All right, Chief of War fans, buckle up. Episode 4 just gave us a massive dose of political drama, spiritual doubt, personal sacrifice, and one of the most dangerous rescue missions we've seen yet. Kahikili's trip across the Pacific was supposed to be a step toward gathering strength for the fight back home, but instead, it turned into a brutal reality check about the world beyond Hawai'i. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. This episode is heavy with themes: colonization, prophecy, ego, and the crushing weight of leadership. We've got Kahekili's ruthless ambitions, Keoua's ego-driven conflict with Kamehameha, Kahumanu's defiance in a man's world, and Kahikili's deadly gamble in Spanish-occupied Zamboanga. And then, that ending. Yeah, things at home are about to get messy. Let's break it all down. Kahikili's journey, lessons in blood and chain. When we left Kahikili last episode, he was headed into dangerous water, literally and politically. Episode 4 makes it clear. This isn't some heroic adventure with glory at every turn. His time in Zamboanga exposes him to the worst of colonization. Spanish-controlled territory is a nightmare for people of color. Cages filled with native captives, soldiers who kill without hesitation, and an entire system built on exploitation. For Kahikili, who's been raised in the values of a Hawaiian nobility, this is soul-crushing, but it also wakes something up in him, a new understanding of what's at stake if foreign powers set their sights on Hawai'i. It's one thing to hear about colonization from travelers, it's another to see it, smell it, and fight against it. And here's where the tension with Vi comes in. These two couldn't be more different in how they see the world. Kahikili values loyalty and honor above all else. The idea of leaving a friend behind to save himself is unthinkable. Vi? She's learned to survive by thinking about herself first. Back home, she was a kapa maker, barely noticed by the nobility. In Zamboanga, she's carved out power and independence in a way she never could in Hawai'i. So, when she tells Kahikili not to risk his life for Tony, it's not just self-interest. It's coming from someone who's had to make brutal choices to survive. Still, Kahikili can't walk away, and that's when things get dangerous. The Tony rescue mission. When Kahikili hears the screams of an infant and finds a cage crammed with native captives, it's the last straw. Rage takes over. He beats a Spanish guard within an inch of his life, which of course paints a massive target on his back. Now the soldiers are hunting him, and the clock is ticking. Captain Mears won't wait forever to set sail for Hawai'i. Vi finally reveals where Tony is being held, a warehouse where Europeans keep their captives before shipping them off. She doesn't believe Kahikili can pull off the rescue and still make it back alive. But underestimating Kahikili is always a mistake. Inside, he finds hell on earth. Chained, beaten, and broken prisoners, all because of the color of their skin. This is the raw brutality of European expansion, and it cements Kahikili's understanding of what's coming for Hawai'i if they don't unite and prepare. With his warrior training and sheer willpower, Kahikili cuts through the guards, frees the prisoners, and rescues Tony. Against all odds, they make it back to the Nootka just in time to set sail, and Kahikili's not coming home empty-handed. He's bringing guns, allies like John Mears, Tony, and yes, even Vi. Back home, a family changed. While Kahikili has been fighting for his life overseas, his family has been mourning him. Everyone except Nahi has accepted his death and tried to move on. Nahi's furious. He never wanted Kahikili to face Kahekili's army alone, and watching the family move on feels like betrayal. But the biggest change, Namake and Kupuohi, Kahikili's brother and his wife, have been leaning on each other for comfort in his absence. What started as shared grief slowly turned into something deeper. Namake has always had feelings for Kupuohi, but would never have acted on them while his brother was alive. Now, believing Kahikili is gone, he confesses his feelings and promises to honor her. By the end of the episode, Kupuohi gives in and they fall into each other's arms. It's tender, it's complicated, and it's a ticking time bomb for when Kahikili returns. Kahekili's ruthless ambition. While Kahikili's been learning hard truths abroad, Kahekili's been sharpening his blade at home, figuratively and literally. His ambition is simple. He wants all of Hawai'i, but not just politically. He wants to wipe out every royal bloodline except his own. If Kalani'opu'u were still alive, attacking Hawai'i would be suicide. But with him gone and Keoua on the throne, Kahekili sees opportunity. He's so obsessed with consolidating power that he regrets not stealing Kalani'opu'u's bones to display on his altar, a spiritual flex of the highest order. Even his own chiefs are uneasy about his methods. Killing entire royal families isn't just cruel, it's short-sighted. It breeds resentment and rebellion. But Kahekili's convinced himself that the prophecy of the prophesied king justifies his brutality. In his mind, unity can only come through complete domination, and his bloodline is the only one left standing. Keoua versus Kamehameha, ego, faith, and the god of war. And then we have the brewing storm between Keoua and Kamehameha. Here's the thing. Kamehameha never wanted to steal the throne. He's loyal to Keoua, willing to serve under him, and holds no jealousy over his cousin's kingship. But when Kalani'opu'u passed, he split his legacy in two. The political power went to Keoua, but the spiritual guardianship of Kukailimoku, the god of war, went to Kamehameha. To Keoua, this is an insult. He believes his own violent streak makes him the rightful guardian of the war god. His ego can't handle that his cousin has something he doesn't, something that gives Kamehameha legitimacy in the eyes of the people. So he does what any insecure ruler does. He looks for a fight. His declaration of war is savage, literally punching himself in the face and ripping out a tooth as a blood-soaked challenge. For Keoua, this isn't just politics. It's about total control of both the spiritual and political realms.
Places with the wives.
You brought me here to help Kamehameha.
But not now.
Kahumanu, a voice in the silent. Amid all this, Kahumanu quietly steals the spotlight. She's supposed to be Kamehameha's advisor, a role that would be challenging enough for anyone, but even more so for a woman in a patriarchal society. She dreamed of a world where women had more influence, but John Young bursts that bubble. Even in his world, women are still expected to live in a man's shadow. Kamehameha, meanwhile, is lost. His gods have gone silent just when he needs guidance the most. Moku advises him to strike first against Keoua, but Kamehameha hates the idea of starting a war that will kill countless people over ego. That's when Kahumanu steps in. Ignoring her father's orders to stay silent, she tells Kamehameha something powerful. When the gods go quiet, you have to trust yourself. It's the nudge he needs to find his own balance between war and peace. He won't start the fight, but he will be ready to finish it.
Ikupono no keia opuni. A puaho maila.
The ending, love, loyalty, and looming war. The episode closes with multiple ticking time bombs ready to explode. Ka'i'ana is sailing home with weapons, allies, and a first-hand understanding of the dangers colonizers pose. Kupuohi and Namake have crossed a line that will shatter Ka'i'ana's heart when he learns the truth. Keoua and Kamehameha are locked on a collision course that could tear the kingdom of Hawai'i apart. And Kahekili is waiting for the perfect moment to strike, ready to drench the islands in blood to make his prophecy real. Ka'i'ana's return won't be the joyful homecoming he's imagining. He's dreaming of embracing his wife, reuniting with his brothers, and helping defend the kingdom. Instead, he's walking into a family betrayal, a political powder keg, and a war that might decide Hawaii's future. Our Nerdy Thoughts Episode 4 is easily one of Chief of War's most layered chapters so far. It's not just about big battles or political moves, it's about the personal choices that shape those battles. Ka'i'ana's rescue of Tony isn't just heroism, it's a statement about loyalty and the kind of leader he is. Kahumanu's advice to Kamehameha isn't just encouragement, it's a reminder that true leadership comes from within, not from the approval of gods or men. And yet, the cost of these choices is steep. Every character this episode is gambling with their lives, their hearts, or their people's future. Some of those gambles will pay off. Others, well, we'll find out soon enough. One thing's certain. After this episode, the chessboard of Hawai'i is set. The next moves are going to be bloody.
To your family.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.